I've always been a creative person and tried to basically help my city express themselves through art. We were all young, running around Toronto, and I met this incredible young man who was just like, he was like Wile E. Coyote. He would come into like a building, all of a sudden it would start twirling, and all of a sudden you will see Daniel and be like, how does this kid have this much energy to run around the city and do these incredible things? We started our relationship just by getting together and having these simple conversations. And these conversations would start off as like, hey man, what do you do? How can I do this? How can I have the ability to do that? And I sat him down and I was like, you know when you meet someone and you all of a sudden know that this is gonna be a long friendship? I met this kid and everyone was like, why do you talk to him? He's so weird. And me, as an artist, everyone used to think I was weird. I would tell people my ideas and would think, there's no way you can't do that. And like, watch me. So I meet him and he starts talking to me about these ideas and these concepts. And at that time in Toronto, it was like 16 years ago, 15 years ago, everyone's trying to like make a name for themselves. We're all young and spurt. And he would always come and pitch them to me and I'd be like, that's possible, that's possible. I would never ever say it wasn't possible. You wanna know why? Because Toronto is a city of infinite possibilities. We have so much culture and so many artists, but what we don't have are broken cages. Places where they can go and express themselves and let people walk through and feel like they're walking through the first Michelangelo or Andy Warhol or the Michael Busquets. Like, these are things that we need for people in our city to express themselves, and there's not too many of them. So you have people like Daniel running around trying to find these things and then exhausting himself and then deciding to leave our country and go to United States to become someone who he could totally be here. So everyone that came before me talked about a whole bunch of things. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit brief. I'm just gonna concentrate on parts that I think you need to know. You need to know this. I made a predicament to a bunch of people that this guy was gonna become famous. I don't know how he was gonna do it. All I just know is it was gonna happen. Like, people were like, this kid is crazy. And I'm like, no, dude. All the creative people start off like this. They start off by telling you things that make you think that are impossible to do. And then they do them and you were like, how did he do that? Well, I'll tell you how he did that. He has this spirit inside of him that not normally people don't walk around with. And when they do have it, someone kills that spirit in them and they're never able to get it done. He finds a way, always finds a way to get it done. And he always gets it done. So my whole thing with Daniel is, no matter where I am on this planet and I get that call, I will pick that phone up and answer that phone and know that I'm gonna get that 19-year-old Wile E. Coyote. And I will say yes. I will never say no, because it is all about him coming in and just doing incredible things that people will never ever think about doing. This Jump for Sick Kids, he pitched it to me and he's like, Charles, I know you know Drake and you know all these people. I have this idea, you know. What do you think? And I'm like, before I even heard it, I said yes, as I normally do. And then he pitches to me and I'm like, you know, that's an incredible idea, because just like yourself and you guys are kids of sick kids. My best friend Tony, who's no longer with us, Tony Chambers, he was a kid. I used to go visit him, myself, my mom, my dad, my brother, would go to sick kids and visit him all the time. So I understand, and I will always do things to push the sick kids envelope. Whoever sees this video and knows that this is something that is possible, with Daniel behind it, it will be done. It will be done to the best of his ability, and people will talk about it for years to come. So for me, I'm 100% Steve Daniels, then and now. So moving forward, I just want you to know that I met this young child that is now a striving man, and that's who he is today. Not only a man that talks it, walks it, but I just know that from that phone call, anytime I get it, I'll be walking beside him, behind him, or in front of him, but I will be with him all the way. Thank you.